Hey, this is Asha. Thanks for joining me in today's video. And what I want to share with you today is, should you go ahead and build your video course first, or should you focus on the audience? So stay tuned. I'm going to answer this question for you in this video. All right, so a lot of people are wondering, hey, do I go ahead and do I focus on making my video course first, or should I go ahead and build my audience first? What should I do? It's a tough road and tough thing to think about. I do have some quick tips that you could go ahead and check out on our freebies section. There's a lot of other great things if you're just starting with your niche, if you're trying to figure out productivity hacks. Check out this area. There's a ton of freebies here at backstageincome.com, and just go to the freebies. So if you're just getting started, that's a good resource to kind of start things out. Now, as far as looking at course versus audience, I think for a lot of people, what their issue is going to be is, hey, I want to go ahead and make a course and then sell it. So what people do is they kind of start with the end in mind. So here's kind of an idea. So you start with end in mind, and this is where a lot of people kind of start out with. So what do? They start kind of building the course first. Now, the issue with doing building the course first, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying the issue here is that, let's say you go ahead and you build a course, and all of a sudden you recognize that with time, as you're growing your audience, so now you've got your audience, as you grow your audience does not like your course. So this could be a little bit of an issue. So let's say you spend months. So you spend a few months, because the first course always takes longer. So you spend months building, and now after building that course, it's not successful. So it does not work, meaning, hey, there's no sales. Maybe your course is great, but it does not work as far as what you wanted it to do. So you're not getting any sales. So that can be a little bit of a problem, an issue. The downside to doing focusing on your audience though first, so let's say I go ahead and I work on my audience first. So I can go ahead and do this, and now your audience, they want a course. I want it, I'm ready to buy it. The problem is you have no course. So now what's the issue? Well, you have nothing to sell them. So, and it takes maybe a month or two to get something going. So that can be a little bit of an issue as well. So if you're actually working on your audience, so let's just go ahead and do it this way. So if I start with my audience and I start growing and building my audience, let's say this is our timeline. As I'm building my audience, probably by a little bit into growing my audience, I will know what type of course they are interested in. And in that case, I start building and working my course as well. So in this case, now you're starting to move production. So you're thinking about it like a production. So here's my course, and as it's building, okay, I'm still growing and continuing to build my audience. So eventually what's going to happen is you'll get to this time frame where, hey, your course is done and you have an audience. So building them kind of together is what you really want. But if you start your course too early, you don't know your audience, because you might be testing out some things. Think of it like a shotgun approach. I'm testing out, hey, this little few videos or these blogs, and sometimes some pockets may have a larger audience and other pockets may have a smaller audience. So when you do a course, you're trying to focus on your big audience pocket. Just like in my case, I might be focusing on, things regarding ebooks and courses and coaching and mentoring. And I also have some a division with investments and trading. But here's my pocket. And once I discover my pocket, that's when I start working on my course. That's what I would do if you're just getting started out. So in either case, long story short, focus on both, but you need to get the audience first. If you have no audience, there's no point for you to make a course. So if you can't get the audience, again, there's no point to make a course. But once you're starting to see traction in your audience, then you can start working on the course, even if your audience is small, because by the time you get that course going, you can project roughly what your audience would be, or as it continues to grow, it should continue to expand. So that would be my idea and opinion for you guys as far as how to work it. But some people just don't get caught in the trap. The biggest mistake, you could say, hey, I'm going to build a course, and I've done this. I'm going to make a course and then I'm going to try to sell it. But you make a course and then nobody wants it because you don't have the audience, or you have a different audience that does not match up. So you might have this course, but that course is related to this, but your audience is that. So make sure that you have them lining up, that the course that you're creating matches your audience. That's really the case in point, to make things simple. But if you don't do that, You could just be building a course and then all of a sudden it just doesn't work. Now, if that happens to you, use that as a bonus to other courses that you develop. So sometimes you develop a course and it's a flop, and that may happen. So what do? Well, you go ahead and use it as a bonus, like it's included for free in one of your other courses, and just brings up the value of the other course that you create, maybe your other premium product, the one that actually works and the one that sells. So anyways, those are my takes. That's my insight for you. Hope you found them helpful, insightful. Feel free to grab some great freebies that I have on my website by clicking the link right over here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, see other great videos on the side. Thanks again. Thanks for joining me. Check out those freebies, and I will see you next time.